Take It Slow Homestead. I'm Carol, and today I'm going to share with you something that I've learned recently about winter sowing. If you don't know what winter sowing is, it doesn't mean that you're going to sit down at your sewing machine and get some of those projects caught up. Winter sowing, S-O-W-I-N-G, means that you plant in the winter. And when you think about the cold temperatures that we have here in the wintertime, you have to wonder, what are you talking about that you're going to plant in the winter? Well, this is something that I've learned lately from a couple of other homesteaders, and so I'm going to give it a try. Hopefully it will help. This is what you do. So in a nutshell, you take an old milk jug, so you're recycling, and you cut the top half off or almost off. So you cut around here, fold it back over, fill it with soil. I've got some potting soil here, and then plant it. I'm going to be planting broccoli seeds. Broccoli is something I've had a hard time growing. Number one, I probably plant them too late. I probably get them started too late. And number two, those little white moths or butterflies, those cute little white butterflies that land on your broccoli, don't let them do that. And I have tried in the last couple of years to get some insect netting. I've also heard it called agricultural insect netting. The nurseries around here and other stores, box type stores, they don't have it, or they haven't yet. Maybe this year they'll have it, but I think I will order some online and not worry about the stores here. So insect netting I haven't been able to get. Therefore, I have had trouble getting my broccoli to survive and produce. This year, I hope it's better. I'm going to plant early. In fact, in our area, we don't usually start seeds indoors until about March, sometime in March. So now it is the middle of February, and there's no starting seeds, there's no planting outside. However, I'm going to try to plant outside using these. The idea is, after you put the soil in there, plant the seeds, then you put the top back over it, tape it up where you cut around the sides, and do not put the lid back on because you do want moisture to get in there, and the soil needs to be somewhat moist when you fill it up. But you do want added moisture. You don't want it to dry out completely. So when it rains, when it snows, you want that to go in through that hole. And then when the seeds decide it's warm enough in this environment to germinate, they will germinate. I know that even in my cold climate, tomato seeds will sometimes volunteer. Seeds that have been left on the ground from a tomato that was smashed or whatever, we will get volunteer tomatoes. So I think if a tomato seed can germinate after it's been through one of our cold winters, then broccoli or other brassicas like cauliflower, cabbage, things like that, they are cold weather crops. They should be able to withstand a cold winter here too. Those seeds should. And when it gets warm enough for them inside of this, even though the top is open, then they should germinate when they want to, when it's time. When they get big enough and when the time is right for them to be transplanted out of this, I will transplant them out right in to my garden soil. So That's the plan. Wish me luck. I've never done it. I hope it works. Okay, I've cut it all the way around except for right there below the handle, and then I can tilt it back. Now I'm going to re-moisten my soil. I have already moistened it, but it's been a couple of days, so I'm going to re-moisten the soil. That's not coming out very well. You don't want to get too much water in your soil because you don't want it to be soppy. Just moist. I forgot to plant the seeds. Oh dear. Like I said, this is the first time I've done this. Even if it wasn't the first time, we make mistakes sometimes. All right. This says on the packet to plant the seeds 1/2 inch deep. So let's get that done. They're pretty small. I'm actually going to put in about 10 seeds, and we'll see how many germinate from these 10. Okay, I just made a little trench. Just drop these in. Few around in the middle. Okay, and then I'm just scooching the dirt back over the top of them. Press slightly. And now I'm going to see if I can get my sprayer to work a little better this time. Well, that's a little better, not too much. Okay, it's all planted, it's all taped up, top is left open, and this one is ready to go out in my garden. Just set it on the ground. Even if there's a bunch of snow out there, I'm just gonna set it right there in my garden. I have one more milk jug that I'm going to do the same thing with. Well, I got that little job done, and I sure hope it works. because I would like to go down in history as being a really good broccoli grower. I like it, and you know, you plant the things that you like. So if it gives you problems planting the things that you like and growing the things you like, you have to figure it out. You have to figure out, how can I grow this better, because it's one of my favorite vegetables. So I hope this works. And I hope that the vegetables that you like and that you plant work. I hope they grow. I like the homesteader that every time they plant some seeds, to start their seeds in little tiny pots indoors, or even when they plant things outside directly in the ground, when they're done planting, they always say, grow. And that's what I feel like saying with this broccoli. I hope it grows, and I hope it grows well. Hope I can keep those little white moths away from them, because you know, I will tell you that they will destroy your broccoli crop and all your brassicas. So let's keep our fingers crossed that that won't happen. And I hope that you have success in growing your vegetables, and that the good things happen and the bad things don't. And remember that even when you take it slow, you can accomplish a lot. Thanks for watching.